am Sustainability Man. I have come to Burnsville in search of green projects and sustainable resources. Today I am in Burnsville's Red Oak Park to learn more about the City of Burnsville's Recycling in Parks initiative.
Happy to hear it.
Joining me, Dakota Valley Recycling Environmental Assistant Cassidy Carlisle. Cassidy, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Sustainability Man.
Now, as our sustainability boys and girls at home know, there's a lot of different things you can do in parks. Picnics, playgrounds, walks, and in Burnsville, recycling. Can you please tell us a little bit about the city's Recycling in Parks initiative?
Yeah, so within the last decade, the City of Burnsville began recycling at large priority parks and athletic complexes. Then in 2018, we got our own truck to specifically pick up recycling in the parks, which allowed us to expand our program immensely. After that, we did some assessments and evaluations, which then allowed us to get 130 recycling receptacles to put in over 20 parks around the Burnsville area. One of those is right here at Red Oak Park. Another is Crystal Beach and also our new archery site.
Why is it important to provide a recycling option for park users?
When people come to parks, they spend a significant amount of time here, and when they go away, they don't think about what they're throwing away or how to throw it away. So we want to create a recycling presence in parks that will teach people to become responsible citizens, and what they're throwing away is important. When we recycle, we reduce the need for virgin material as well as our intrusion into natural resources and habitats. We also care for these spaces by reducing leachate and methane that goes into the air, soil, and water. Methane is a greenhouse gas that is extremely vicious for our air and our environment, and it's created when items decompose in a landfill without proper exposure to oxygen.
Are you kidding me?
Leachate exists when moisture is created in the landfill and then percolates down through the landfill into the ground, then toxifying groundwater and basically just natural resources and habitats and everything that we rely on as well. By recycling, we've seen some really great outcomes here in the Burnsville parks. Every 7 to 10 days, we pick up a 20-yard container that's completely full of recyclable materials. To give you an idea, that is about 4 tons or the size of your average hippo.
What?
So the more we recycle, the more we keep out of landfills, which is just better for the environment in general. Excellent. Now, let's say Sustainability Man just got done with a delicious picnic in the park. But now I have a lot of stuff that I need to get rid of.
See ya.
How do I know what gets recycled and what has to go in the trash?
We like to make sure that all of the recycling bins we put into the parks have labels, and they always have words and pictures.
Get out of town.
So when you're going to throw something out, then you can look and see, do I have something that looks similar to these? For example, if you have plastic knives and forks, those are just too small to be recycled, and so you would throw those away.
See ya.
If you have a plastic bottle or an aluminum can, you can recycle that. If you don't know what you're supposed to do with something, we like to go by the rule, when in doubt, throw it out.
Happy to hear it.
We do like to make sure that all of our recycling bins follow Dakota County's best management practices.
Good job.
So those are to ensure that the trash is always color-coded black, the recycling is always color-coded blue, they all have labels, they all have proper lids on them that are restrictive, they're located in a convenient location, and that they have the proper bags in them.
Now, Sustainability Man likes pictures. Very helpful.
Happy to hear it.
But what happens to these recyclable materials after they've been tossed in the bin?
So like I said, we have our own truck that will pick up the recyclables from all the parks. That is then brought to a recycling center in Minneapolis where everything is sorted out based on material type. So paper, plastics, metals are all separated, and then they're brought to specialty facilities that will make them into something new. So an aluminum can, for example, can be recycled and then back on the shelves within 2 months. Trash, however, is sent to the incinerator or to a landfill where it's then unfortunately lost forever.
Finally, are there plans to make recycling available in even more City of Burnsville parks in the future?
Yeah, so as we continue to assess and evaluate what's happening currently, we'd like to expand our programs, especially at events that are happening in parks as well. Keep in mind that if you're in a park that doesn't have recycling, you can bring home your recyclable items to recycle them there.
Happy to hear it.
You can find more out about this on our website, dakotavalleyrecycling.org, in our article, Recycle on the Go. And keep in mind too, that when you're at the park, have fun, play around, and then recycle. We don't want to trash our parks.
excellent advice, Cassidy Carlisle, Environmental Assistant for Dakota Valley Recycling. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, my sustainability sense is telling me that I must be off. But remember, until next time, you too can use your sustainability.